Okay, you know what? Yes, good evening, Oba Samuel. Welcome online. We'll be waiting for others to join us briefly before we start. And good evening, Samuel Oyedin. I can also see you. How do Esther? You are welcome. I'm very, very sorry we are starting a bit late than scheduled. Just dashing out of another meeting. Okay, I can see Felix online, Tunde and Bolaji. Yeah. Animation verse, you are cited. Philip, you are also seen. Let us just wait a bit and then have more people join us. Then we go straight into today's live class. We have some people that are joining us newly, and I believe these are those that just got registered within the last couple of days. And you are welcome. Like it is our custom to do before we go into the main deal, to if you can hear me, I want you to just, make some comments in the live section so that I can be sure you guys can hear me before I fire down. Yeah. I believe we all had a good day, and it's weekend anyway. And this is Nigeria, where we are all just trying to, make things go well despite the situation of the economy. This live class is just going to be spanning 1 hour. Yes. So what we do is this: we will use the first 30 minutes to, I'll first educate you about the master class, like the way we are seeing it to be. Loud and clear, I can hear you. Thank you so much. So let me go on. Initially, our live class was being, we're holding it on Google Meet, but because we're having challenge of more people joining that live class, so it's becoming difficult to accommodate larger audience. So we decided to move to this Facebook Live, which we accommodate as many as possible individuals that we have interest to join, and that is why we are here. I know for the first day, maybe one or two persons may be having it difficult to, you know, uh, do one or little contribution or to be able to join. But I know as time goes on, we will get perfected in it. So the way our live classes are is that we hold it once in every 2 weeks so that we can allow people go through the training themselves and gather as much as possible issues that they have, and then we can now gather after 2 weeks and then do this. Now if you miss the live class, that's not the end of the world. I know a lot of people are so worried about missing the live class the first time. So what would they do to join subsequent one? Would they be missing out one or two things? It's a routine that we do here. So if you miss a particular topic, we will definitely get back to it. Graphics design is not difficult at all, like I normally say. It's just like you cooking food, or you are trying to do one or two things that has to do with cooking. And the moment you can just get it perfectly right with the process and the procedure, you are good to go. And luckily for us, the ingredients are not much. We have the colors, we have the fonts, we have pictures, and then we have lines and shapes. So the moment you can put all these four ingredients together on a background, generally, you are good to go. That is what graphic design is all about. Don't let anybody, storm your brain with big grammars or things that will make it difficult for you to understand. All right, so I'll be doing a quick breakdown of how the masterclass runs because of those that are joining us for the very first time, and then we go into what I want to talk about, the topic for today briefly, and then the next one is I'll be entertaining questions. If you are shy to want to voice out, you can equally drop your questions in the chat box. I will pick it up and then attend to you. So quickly, how the masterclass is being operated, I will be telling you now. The moment you make payment for the class, then you are given links. We have 2 Telegram links, and then we have 1 WhatsApp link. I'll start with the WhatsApp. The WhatsApp is just where we have our students, gathered, and then we give them information. It's not like the regular classes that you attend. For those of us that are king of classes online, so you understand what I'm trying to say. So we have a different way of operating here, honestly. So, and we have evolved to this point. So the way it works is this: we don't gather people and then in the evening, maybe around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, we begin to say, hey, count down to your class. No, 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 no. We don't do that. What we do is that we gather you in the WhatsApp, and a lot of you belong to different WhatsApp groups, but we have a common live class that we all attend. All right. So in the WhatsApp group, we drop information relating to your training, like information as to we switching to this YouTube for our classes was dropped there some couple of days ago, and then we had a reminder this morning, so, and that is what the WhatsApp group is all about. We don't open our WhatsApp group, yes. 1, because of scammers. Number 2, because of insults. We've done this in the past whereby people started abusing themselves, and this is not really saying good of us. So, and the third reason is this: people ask questions, and then you see students that have also come to learn graphic design answering a student in the group, and unfortunately some of those responses are just wrong. So do you want somebody that has come to learn like you to teach you, or you want us in the academy to teach you? You have to pick one, honestly. So we have our WhatsApp group locked to have this decorum and then discipline when we are going through the training. Okay, so that's what the purpose of the WhatsApp group is. You always get updates via the WhatsApp group. Okay, so the masterclass itself, we have the Masterclass course, that's the link, the first link that you see among the links that were sent to you when you made payments. All right, so, and that particular one is the one that gives you access to the course itself. We should have done it this way, that we hold classes every week or every weekend and then begin to give you these videos bit by bit. No, we don't want to do that. We understand that a lot of people actually don't have the ability to learn fast. Just like myself, I don't learn fast, so I grasp slowly. So we not like a situation whereby I gather in people into those classes, and then at the end of 1 month we push you out. That would be very, very unfair. All right, so we have done it in such a way that it is a self-paced course. Now, in that masterclass link, if you check the top, you see that there is a pinned message there. That pinned message is a course outline that will give you step by step how to go about it. I want to beg you, don't skip. Yeah, don't skip those steps. The courses are arranged in such the manner that the one you learn, you are going to learn first, we actually serve like a foundation to what you will learn next. And like that, if you skip any of them, who I already know this, I want to, even if you know, I want to beg you, assume you don't know for now. Go through what is being taught, you understand, and then we move on. Right, so that is it about the masterclass. Then I would like to say this also: we have assignments given to you once you're done with the training. So if you know you're a fast learner, but I don't expect anybody to go through that course within 2 days, 3 days, and then you tell me you are done. You are joking. Honestly, forget the fact that you have access to a video that probably span 2 days for you to watch, and then because you are done watching the videos, you feel you're on top of the world. You are just starting. It is a growth, you must note that, and then you must take it step by step. Yes, I'm looking at my time. All right, so make sure you do the assignment. The first assignment is just for you to go out there, take a picture of a billboard, beautiful design that you have outside there. All right, so the next one is for you to imitate what you can see. And then the third one is for you to begin to do what somebody will ask you to do, which is the normal thing that happens in the world of design. You just meet clients online, offline, and then what they tell you are words. I want you to design this, I want you to design that. You are left to reasoning how it will come and all that. So, and the designs are arranged, sorry, the assignments are arranged in this manner so that it can take you from one step to the other. First, identifying what is good, what is charming, what is catchy when it comes to design. Then secondly, ability to imitate. And then thirdly, your ability to now create things from imagination. And it is just the same way how we all grew up to this point. You were first a baby, the first 9 months or 1 or 2 years you were giving birth, you were not saying anything like what you're saying today. You're just looking at people, the best you were doing was to cry. Then one day, without going to university, without going to any institution of learning, you started calling people's name. Can you see that magic? Just by the principle of observation. Then gradually you move to saying what people were saying around you. Then with time, you started speaking English. Some of us can speak English, but our parents down home cannot speak. Yes, but they taught us how to speak first. So that is the beauty of life. All right, so that is the masterclass itself. But I understand, or we understand generally in Kiran Designs, that people want to make money fast. We are in e-world. Yeah, everything is so fast. And if you are not doing things that are fast, you are seen like left behind. So a lot of people want to do what do you call it? Want to make money fast. So that is why we improvise this method of you selling Canva Pro as a bonus. All right. So selling Canva Pro is not the major deal. You understand? So it is just to assist your learning, so that the day you start learning, if you learn how to do the Canva Pro stuff, you can begin to sell links, and then you have small change. Maybe you recover back your money that you have used in registering, and your mind is at rest that, oh, even if I didn't gain anything, my 4,000 naira, my 5,000 naira, my 10,000 naira, depending on when you joined and all that, didn't go in vain. You understand? So it is amazing package for you to just do that. But I would like to say a few things on that also before I move in. I'm not actually doing this to allow more people to join. We have 33 members on board right now. Princess is here, Dominion is here, Francis, I can see you, Usman, I can see you, Anne, you are also welcome. Yeah, so let's move on. The Canva Pro now, let's go there. I've seen a lot of you replying back to the admins, saying that the Canva Pro is not working, the links are not working, it's taking me to this, it's taking me to that. I'm going to be helping you to digest how to go about getting it to work. Number one, the method of gaining Canva Pro access that we gave you is such that we make you generate a link, and once that link is being clicked and then you follow through the procedure outlined in the video, you will be able to have access to Canva Pro for within the range of a month, actually, so plus or minus a month. All right, so what it means is that after a month or thereabouts, if it expires, you need to come back, generate another link, and then go through the same process, and then you have yourself on board again. All right, so, and we should also note that the link displayed in the video tutorial that you are watching, it must not be the link that you will generate. It's just an example. I've seen some of you come back and then say, oh, I'm not seeing Christopher something link like you showed in the video. The most important link is the major link given to you. All right, so the one that you are going to generate using that first link we gave you does not necessarily have to be like what you have in the video. Okay, so when some of you are moving on, you discover that you encounter challenges like, oh, it's not taking you to the step the way it was explained in the video. Okay, so, and the thing there is that, this is a website, and if most of you are familiar with websites and how some of them operate, some website owner gives room for adverts to be run on their pages, and the moment you do this, once you are browsing on such sites, adverts will pop up, and then we begin to interrupt what you're doing. So what do? If you are doing it and then you suddenly see Bet Niger, you have to close that advert. Come on. I believe most of us are familiar with just browsing and then you see things pop up. What do? You close it, but funnily, because you are using phone, you may not see where to close that advert. So what you will do is to slide back, like you go back to the previous stage, and then you click download, or you click get here, depending on where you get stuck that the advert is disturbing you. It will work. Okay, fine. Then the next one I want to talk about Canva Pro. I believe I'm helping a lot of you. Oba said I should explain again. Okay, let me do the Canva Pro talk over again. I don't want us to miss out in the major topic. 5:30 I want to start. All right, so I said the Canva Pro is to help you so that you can make small change. And actually, it's not even small. There are people that have made millions selling this Canva Pro in our academy. Yes, quite a number of people have sold Canva Pro for the past 1 year, 2 years. They are part of you in this meeting, so they have made that money. Okay, so I'm trying to explain how it works to most of you now, because a lot of you are coming back with issues of, oh, it's not working. I've tried all day and then it's not just working. So relax, let me explain. Give me your ears now. All right. So there's a link that we gave you, and that link is equally dropped, in on the Canva Pro Business Telegram channel. Yeah, I think that's the name. All right. So the link is there. By the way, if you have not made full payment for the masterclass, you don't have access to that yet. So you need to complete your payment. If you don't have access to Canva Pro Business Telegram platform, that means most likely you didn't make full payment. You pleaded to pay part and then to pay later while the training is going up. So balance your pay and then you'll be given access to that video, and then you have that link. So let me continue. There's a link we gave you there, and that link is used to generate other links. It is those links that you generate that will give you access to Canva Pro. Okay, so like I was saying, the link that you eventually generate must not be like what you see in the video tutorial. Honestly, it mustn't be that way. Okay, so the one in the video tutorial is Christopher something. I can't remember very well again, but the one you will generate, the names will keep changing depending on when you do it. If you do it today, it's a different name. If you do it tomorrow, you may see a different name, and they may retain the same name. But those links become expired after a time, over a period of time. So that means you need to go back and then regenerate again if you are selling. Well, let me explain how it works first. Once you generate that link, you are going to click it and follow the procedures outlined in the videos. All right. So, and most of you are having this issue that you are stuck, an advert is popping up, disturbing you and all that. Like, it's not looking like what you have in the video. And I was trying to explain earlier that is just adverts coming up on that page. Initially, when this website was working, we didn't have all these adverts coming up, but the owner of the website who wants to make money, he saw crowd coming, so possibly he's allowing adverts to be run on his site. So those adverts will come up and it will appear as if they are blocking your process. Can you get it? So how do you close the advert? Because you are using mobile phone, you may not have access to the button where you close advert on mobile phone because of all this. So what you do is this: you slide back. That means you go back to the previous page. I believe all of us are using Android phone. Nobody's using Nokia 3310, so it's easier to do. So just slide back and then you click on what you click that took you to that wrong website or that thing that was displaying. It will go. That's how to close that advert. And then you continue your process to get results. I believe this explanation is clear enough. If anybody is joining us late from now, I'm sorry, you may have to wait till maybe another live class to get my explanation again. So let me move on. Now, those links that you have generated will not always work. You are not the only person that have access to those links. The links will serve a number of 500 persons when it is generated until it is renewed. So your responsibility is this, study that process for a full day. You will discover a time of the day that those links are renewed constantly. If I were you, I will note that time down. Maybe when I try, I will give all of you an expo of the best time that I feels it works perfectly, and that's early in the morning, around 6 to 7, before most of you that are lazy will get from bed. People have already gained access to that link. But it does not mean that once it is filled up, it will not work again that day. They keep renewing it on that website. So study the time where the links are being renewed. And when you have clients that have made payments to you or that are interested in buying Canva Pro from you, you can keep them with the data. Let me say I noticed that the links get renewed around 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Let's say around, there are always different times of the day that they renew them. So you must I give you the assignment, go and study throughout a day. There's no crime to you having many Canva Pro teams on your account. So just try it and then you move on. All right. So let me say I have it done 2, I have it done 11, I have it done 9 o'clock in the morning. So if I have somebody that paid in the morning around 7 o'clock, I will tell the person, give the person the rollout of the procedure. I'm going to give you a link. You do this, you do this, you do this. Type it out and then forward it to him. And tell him, kindly DM me or send me a message once it is 9 o'clock. I will give you a link. So the person will come 9 o'clock and then you give him that link. It works that time. So you exempt yourself the stress of, Oh, I've clicked it, oh, it's not working, it's not this, it's not that. And mind you, advert may also be blocking their own access, like I explained to you. You must be able to carry them along to do all this. People want free thing. Canva Pro sells Canva Pro. Sorry, Canva sells Canva Pro for 2,800. You can imagine what that would be in a year. And imagine somebody just comes to you, you are just selling it 1,000 naira for a lifetime. You understand? What it means a lifetime is that you keep renewing for them for free. Of course, they will prefer yours than to go and waste money. All right, so that is it about Canva Pro, and I'm sure I'm able to, solve the problem of many of us that are having issues with Canva Pro. So let's go to today's topic then. Before I'll now give room for, I'll do that for the next 15 minutes, and then the last couple of minutes that we have, we give room for questioning. Now, graphics design is so sweet. Like I normally say, graphics design, if you have any question, just keep it to when I'm done. I can see, guys already commenting, so maybe we'll be able to take all that, I believe. So once it is question time, I will just tell you, then you can begin to drop, and then I'll read out and then attend to you at the same time. We try as much as possible to do justice to most of the questions before the time elapses. All right, so like I always give the analogy, graphics design is like cooking food. All right, so, and you need to put the right ingredients, the right ways, and the right manner. But there's one thing that is key first when you want to start graphics design, and that is where you are going to do your cooking. For instance, so I want to cook jollof rice, and I have maybe 10 people attending my party. It will be unwise of me to bring out my student pot. I've already done a video on it, and we'll be uploading it to YouTube channel, so that we can have proper understanding. But for those of you that are attending the live class, it makes more sense to you hearing this before you see the video. All right, so, and we are going to be talking about sizing your design. That is the first thing you want to do. I am sure you would have seen on Facebook whereby somebody upload a picture or a post, let me say a design anyway, you understand? Or let me say you design something that actually work perfectly on Facebook, only for you to take it to YouTube, or you take it to Instagram, and then you upload it, you discover that the head is cut off, the nose is cut, it's just funny. This is because different social media platforms have different sizes that works on them perfectly. And that is one advantage that Canva has over every other designing softwares. By the way, I always like to say this in all of our training. You are the first app that is needed to execute any graphic design job. If nothing dey your head, oga, you are joking. If you like, let them give you Photoshop. Let them give you Photo Church, Photo Mox, Photo Country, or Video Country, Video Shop. I don't know what app that you can always think of that you feel is the best. You will still not do anything. It's like a driver that doesn't know how to drive. Give him the best car in the world. He will not move anywhere. So first, you are the first application that the world of graphic design needs. If your brain is empty with skills, you won't do anything. I always say that. All right, so we just choose Canva for our training because number one, Canva is the fastest developing graphics design software as we speak. It accommodates the development of AI tools and all that, which other older softwares don't really do. Canva is just so flexible, and you won't be surprised. Maybe in the next couple of years, you won't hear of most of this. Just like the way iPhone just came and then make Nokia look as if it's useless. You understand? It's not that Nokia too, you can't make phone call, but iPhone just came with that robust game and that sweet packaging that people just suddenly forget some Motorola phones of those days. So that's what Canva is. But you using a good phone, does it signify that you speak well on phone? No. You having a good camera phone, does it signify that you pose well when they are going to snap you? No. You have to have the skill, and that is how graphics design works. All right, so because we don't know what we want to or where we want to work actually, so we end up choosing the wrong size. But Canva has helped us with major social media platform, TikTok, what have you, and the rest. And the custom sizes for all those guys are there. All right. So, but let's assume you are not using Canva to design. You are using CorelDRAW that won't give you that such templates. You are using other softwares that won't give you that platforms, to choose. What do you do? Google is your friend. Guys, just quickly run to Google. You can just type there, what is the size of Instagram posts in inches, in centimeters? Just ask. Google is your friend. Google will give you result. What is the size of YouTube banner? What is a thumbnail? Sorry. What is the size of Facebook post, square post? Just type it the way it is that comes to your head as a question. Google will give you answer to that one. Just like cooking, like I told you, you need to first know the size of what you want to use to cook your food. You can't go and use a pot of one man in the hostel to cook for 20 people in a party or 50 people. You'll be joking. The design will not make sense. Or at the same time, you can't use the pot that they are using for Owambe Yoruba gathering to cook your food in the hostel. It will look like madness. All right. So you need to get the size of your design very well before you move on. I still have some time. All right. So let's move on. So now this is where the major issue is. You see, for all those ones that are online, you don't really have issue. But where you have the major issue is when you want to design for a billboard, you want to design for your, maybe you have people doing POS game here. You want to design for your POS banner at home, you want to design just one random or maybe book cover, like you want to design for a book, the cover and all that. So how do you do that? And that is the essence of today's topic. In every design, you just need 2 dimensions. You need 2 dimensions to move on. And these are the length and the breadth. So if you go to most of these applications that we use to design, Canva, CorelDRAW, Photoshop, and the rest, you always see there's a place whereby you can edit the size of your workspace. So that size, it is assumed to be, like where it will be printed upon outside there. Okay, so let's assume I want to design for a big billboard in Lagos. Yes, maybe that span like 3 meter by 10 meter, something like that. That's a very massive something. It's like a size of your wall in your room or in your parlor. Yes, you can't get that achieved by just going to Google and then type out what is the size of a billboard. Billboards have different sizes. There's a frame behind me. It has a different size as well, so I cannot just assume something and then design. By the time the guy that wants to print out is going to print, is going to have issue. But now, this is the good news. You can always design something big in the smaller version. Then when it gets to the guy that is going to print, he's going to stretch it over, the bigger space. And then it will size exactly. We call it scaling. By the time we release the video, you have more understanding to what I'm saying. So I can also design something in a very big size. And probably where I want to put it is a small space. So I can scale it back and then it will fit in there. But the only thing that will make this happen is when you have the length equivalent to the length of where you want to use the design, and then the breadth equivalent to where you want to use the design. So how do we do this? Let's assume I want to do a billboard, and then it's just like the size of your television in your room or in your sitting room as we speak. That's the billboard. And I'm going to do that design on Canva. So what do? I will measure the length. Yes, I'll measure the length. Or is it the length? I don't know which one is the length now. Mathematics student, you help me. Let us just assume this is the length. So you do the length, measure it. Let's assume after measuring it, it gives us 100 cm, for instance. 100 centimeter. Okay, so I now measure the other side of it also. That's the height or the width. Are you getting it? Let's say we measure that to be 50 cm. So that's 100 by 50. So what will I do? I will take that 100 to be equivalent to a desired figures that I know I can work with on my app. Let's say for Canva, for instance, we have the 100 now can go for maybe 1,000 pixel, kind of, So that 100 will go for 1,000 pixels. How do I get what value of 50 will be so that I can accommodate this well in my design? So I will do 100 to 1,000. So 50 will now go to X. This is where the little mass will now come in, because in graphic design, we actually have to do some calculations sincerely. It is way beyond. That is why some of you just do design. At the end of the day, you just eat what you have been working on, because there are rules that guide how to do things in graphics design, and if you miss out doing those things, you won't like your result. So how do we get this done? So we just do that, and then you do cross multiplication. So if I have 100 is going for 1,000, 50 will go to 50 multiplied by 1,000, then divide by 100. Are you getting it? So that means 50 will go for 500. By the time we release the video, this will help you understanding. It is easy because I'm using a round figure now. But there are cases whereby when you go out there and you take practical measurements of what the billboard is, you will not get things like this 100 exactly. It may be 100 points, it may be 80 points, it may be 5 points, it may be 6 points. So it becomes dicey for you to just choose what will work with in your design. And if you go by this method, you will actually have a design that is coming out the same, I don't want to use the word size, but the same type, but they are different sizes. The television now may now be bigger, but what I'm doing on my Canva will now be a smaller version of the size of the television, so that if I'm giving it to who will print, the guy will just take it to the television, which is assumed to be a billboard, and then stretch it at a uniform rate. Are you getting it? So you scale it to cover the space, and then it will work that way. I give you another example. You can go on your Canva after this training, and then you open your app and just select any random, go to custom size, just select any random size, and put it there, figure. All right, so then go to your gallery and then bring in a picture that you know that you save somewhere and all that. Bring it there. You discover that when you scale that picture, there are tendencies that the picture will get to a point whereby the height of your picture and then the height of the size that you chose are now matching. But the other side, where you have the width or the length of the picture of the design, you have open space. That means both the picture and the size you have chosen, they are not on the same scale. The same issue is what will happen when you finish designing and then your design is not on the same scale with what the printer needs. You will take it there and then it's not sitting properly. So I believe we are able to digest what I've just explained now. That is how to. I have 2 minutes more so that I can accommodate questions now, and then I will allow you to talk. It will not be a game of only me talking things. All right, so that is how to do your background when you are carrying out design. Background is important, otherwise you go suffer design finish, only to now discover that what you have been working on, the person want to post it on. It's easy because you're using Canva anyway, but imagine you're using other softwares. You just finish your design, then give it to the guy that wants to, maybe a church, and they went to go and print it, and they discover you have cut the pastor's neck, or or everything is showing, the team is showing, and then other things are not just showing. These are the issues that come with it. You need to have a good sizing for your design. That is the starting point. Like cooking, you need to know the size of pots that will accommodate your food. The only tricky part of it when it comes to design is that you can actually have the same form, but when it is scaled, either scale higher or lower, it will fit into the desired space that we want to use that design. I believe you enjoyed this training. Subsequently, during the course of the week, we'll be turning out a video that will assist, that is well packaged. But the only difference is just that you won't have opportunity to listen to me this way. It will be more packaged than the live class that we are holding. All right, so we are now going to, yes, somebody said I don't understand the mathematical part. Once the video is out, you will get it, but let me try and explain again. Measure the length of your billboard, measure the width of your billboard or the height. Know those two figures, and I gave you example. Let's say the length is 1,000, the width is the length is 100 cm, the width is 50 cm. So I now told you that first, for any one of them, just choose a comfortable figure that you can work well with on your system. Just choose any comfortable figure. So I said, okay, for the one of 100 cm, I'm going to choose 1000. That one is known. So how will I know the figure that fits for the 50 cm? So you do a cross multiplication. That will be well shown in the video when released anyway. All right, so that's another beautiful things with what's the name, the Google Meet. Now it's easier to share screen, and then we could have just talked over it, but I will see how we can begin to share screen on YouTube live as well. So when you do that cross multiplication, you will discover that 100 will go for 1000, 50 will go for 500 pixel or px, the way the unit is, or cm or millimeters or whatsoever the unit of your software is. It will go perfectly that way. If you finish that design with 1000 by 500, if you bring it to a space where you have that 100 cm by 50 cm, there's possibility that it will be smaller than it or bigger than it. But when it is scaled either way, it will perfectly fit to the size of your main project. This is a major issue when graphic designers are designing for bill. You won't know until one day you collect a project for billboard, and you know how billboard is expensive. You design, finish, and possibly maybe you now take up the job of I want to also print and install. Then you went print, only to take it to Ikeja Express. I see say the thing no dey sit down well. You don't chop busy. All right, so when you see the video, honestly speaking, it will all go well. Somebody said, sir, can we use any instrument of measurement, or is there specific instrument to be used? You just use measuring tape. That's what you use to measure length. There are different measuring tapes. There are tapes that can measure in feet. There are tapes that can measure in meters. Tapes that can measure in, depending. You understand? You can go to YouTube and then just Google how to use tapes if you don't know how to use tape to measure. Yeah, we won't be able to do that here. All right, so you can just go there. You can use any measuring instrument to just take your measurement. Just know your length, know your width, and then you come back and do this conversion that I've taught you. All right, so what is the gradient? There's no specific gradient for any size of any project anyway. So it is this method that will tell you what the gradient is actually. So it is this method. That's the best way that I'm talking about. All right, so we are moving to the question and answer section. I have just 15 minutes more to go. I am not too sure if people can actually use their mic on this live class. Okay, so but if you can, I'd just like you to ask question anyway, so that also others can hear you and I will not have to be reading messages. Okay, so if you have question, you can also be dropping it on the inbox part of it, and then it will be captured. Good evening, sir. Hope you'll be posting the assignments on the WhatsApp group. No, there is a manual. See, guys, we just need to learn things the proper way. You understand? We have told you how we operate. The problem that some of you have is that you are bringing maybe you went to Harvard. Let me use that, or don't let us make it that way. Maybe you went to one school in Nigeria where you know to get value. Now you now go to Harvard. You are telling them in Nigeria, when we come, we first say good morning, sir. Like, how are you? So, sir, let's do that way in Harvard. If you want to learn, you must discard all those things, because the truth of the matter is that online space have given room for anybody to come and teach anything. You understand? And just like our WhatsApp group that is closed. I know most of you are used to just joining a group and all they do there is make noise. A day, you can see 1 million messages. How do you want to learn there? We can't leave our WhatsApp group open. All right, so, and we also made a manual that manuals are done so that you can know the step to take first to the next one, and don't ignore it. If you do I sabi too much, well, I don't know. But one thing is sure anyway, not everybody that got the masterclass will get the best of it, because many will not follow the rules. So please don't be among those people that will violate rules. Go there. We have the manual. It is on your Telegram. Download it. You can't download our videos on Telegram. I'm glad to also mention that to you here. But you will ever have access to those videos. Ever. I know there are some online courses some of you take. 1 week, 2 months later, they will just lock you and push you out. You sabi, you know sabi, you go your father's house. Not all of them even do the live class that we're doing. You can testify to it yourself. You understand? For how much? 4K. All right, so and you're having lifetime value. Some people have been attending this live class for the past 2 years, a year plus, and all that, and we've never pushed anybody away. Possibly self they pay way less than you when the course was cheaper. All right, so that is it. Go there and then you will see the instructions there and how to do the assignment, and please submit. How do we add gradient? Okay, I've answered this. So please, can you recap on the assignments? Because of network, oh, I can't do that, or otherwise we'll spend a whole lot of this. Just go and then check the Telegram channel. You see the manual there. Do the assignment the way it is mentioned there. Don't skip. Go through the study first, then do all necessary things. How can we fix picture perfectly, for instance, in a circular shape that needs a measurement? Okay, circular stuff don't really have measurement. I'm glad to let you know that. You understand? Because the circle will always be, whether you do a small circle, as long as it's a perfect circle, it will always be the same pattern of a bigger circle. If you stretch it, it will go and fit in there. So if you are designing, let me say, for a sticker, I think these questions go for people that would design for stickers or church emblem that you want to put on your car that is a circular shape. So what you just need to do is that you get a comfortable height, get a comfortable width, do the design. You understand? The circle is not being printed as circle in the printing press. It is first printed on a normal sheet. It is when they are cutting it that they now cut it out in form of a circle. So it does not really matter the size of your circle. Once you have done with your design, give it to the guy that will print it. What he will just do is to scale. And once he scales it to a size that is okay, maybe he wants to have 4 of those designs on one A4 paper or 6 of them on A4 paper, he will do the scaling and do the arrangement himself, and then use his machine to do the cutting and trimming. It will come out well. So circles does not really have measurement. All you just need to do, choose a square shape. You understand? Just choose a square shape for your design, maybe 100 by 100 pixel, or 1000 by 1000 pixel, 2000 by 5000 by 5000. Do your design. Once the guy is going to do his work, he will do the trimming, and then it will be fine. All right, so just joining, please, can you throw more light on what you said? As I said, everybody should join early, maybe another time. The earlier part of this class is always repetitive, kind of. So if you miss it, join the next time. You understand? So, sir, why is it that Canva wallpaper cannot be separated? I don't understand this question. Canva wallpaper. If I understand what you're trying to say, maybe you get something downloaded on Canva element and it's a wallpaper and you want to separate the element. You can't, because you are not the one that put them together. You can equally design yours, put all those things together, and once it is printed out in form of a picture, you can't do separation anymore. At the best you can do is to take a picture and remove background. That's what Canva can help you do. All right, in one of the videos I watched, you said by creating the links, we are re-upgrading to Canva Pro, and you said we can't do without creating an account with Canva Pro. So how do we do that? What I mean by that video is that, you know, it's like let me explain. Some of you don't even know what Canva Pro is. I've seen some of you come back again and say, I want to download Canva. They don't download Canva Pro. Yeah? You understand? Canva Pro is an upgrade that you do to your own Canva account. Are you getting it? So, and to be able to do that upgrading, you first need to have an account with Canva. That's what I mean by that video. So make sure that you don't just, it's like a Facebook account. You don't just go and then you have not signed in with an email, you have not done, and you want to do upgrade. Facebook will not, you won't even have it done successfully. So what you need to do first is that you need to create an account. Sorry. And when you're done creating that account, that is the only time you can now upgrade. It is the upgrading that you do to your Canva account, not to your phone, to your own account. Just like the way you can do upgrade to your Gmail to have a bigger capacity to store in messages. You are not doing it to your phone. So if the phone got missing, you can actually go to any other device, log in your details, and then all your information, your design, everything. If I log in your details on your phone there on my own device here, everything that you have there will come back here. I'll see them here. So if you have Canva Pro on your phone, and then you give me your username and password, and I log it in where I am, I will equally have that Canva Pro and I will be working on your account. That's what it means. So you don't need to bother yourself about downloading a Canva Pro. All you just need is a normal, you can even do it on your friend's phone. It's not a must on your phone. You are doing upgrade to your own account. You do it on his phone and give him back his phone and log out. So when you pick up your phone, when you get home, you still see the same stuff there. So please, can you explain what logo mockup is? Some of you are bringing topics that are way beyond our talk tonight. So I wish you can ask within the context, but I will just attend to you. But I don't want us to waste time on irrelevant questions to the topics, but they are important anyway. Okay, a logo mockup is what it will look like when a design is now in is being printed out or is being converted to a 3D look. That's what a logo mockup is. When you go to some shops, maybe a barbing salon, hairstylist and all that, so if you check some of their advert stuff outside, you see that some of them, if you rub your hand on them, they are flat. They are actually flat. And there are some of them, when you go there, you see that they have these grooves and this extension, like it pops out. Maybe you go to Domino Pizza, all those guys have money to do such such kind of effects of advertising their product. So that is what a mock-up means. You understand? If you can I put it this way, that I don't want to use big grammar anyway. Once you have something that, let me just use the word 3D, the look of it, like I have a logo of Facebook, I can just draw letter F. That one is just a normal printing. It's not a mock-up. You understand? So it's becoming a mock-up when I'm now putting that logo on a product, maybe a mug, a shirt, and all that. Now, there's this other part that this guy is actually asking, logo mock-up. A logo mock-up is that one that you do, and then it is having this. You just go online and then just type in logo mock-up and a regular logo. For every logo, there's always a mock-up version of it, and then there's a normal 2D version of it. So the mock-up are most times the 3D version of a logo. So they look more realistic, they look more attractive. They are not just a printing stuff. You understand? They are not just plain like that. They actually have shapes, they have grooves, around where it is done. It is artist guys that normally do this. Maybe for best place you will see them, chemists, all these big guys. Barbing salons, some quite expensive ones too, they do it. So that's what a logo mock-up means. And mind you, a mock-up is not a logo. Yeah, because some of you tell me, also your client will come to you and tell you, design a logo for me, and when you finish, they will now be telling you it's not like this. They'll go and bring one picture. You get a mock-up from a logo, but you cannot get a logo from a mock-up. So I believe I've answered your question. So let's move on. Good evening, sir. Can people that we send Canva Pro link to join the team with the link we send them when their current team expires? Yes, they can. So the bottom line is just, once the team expires, that link that you first gives them, the links have not they pass one day. That's just the bottom line. After maybe 4, 5 hours, 3 hours of when it is generated, it may not be active again. At best 24 hours. So the point is this: you can join as many as possible teams like you want. If you watch that video that I dropped on how to switch from one team to how to get your whole designs from your previous team, you will see many teams that have joined. There's no crime in you joining teams. You can join as many as you want, but just be careful, because if you join carelessly, Canva may begin to see it like you are violating some things. Maybe they may restrict you of some stuff. So you can join as many as possible. So once that link expires and then they come back the next time, you have to generate another one and give them fresh link. Good evening, sir. Can you explain the shadow and the mirror effects? It's in the video. Please watch it. Please, can you recap on how to add gradients? I came up a little bit. We are releasing a video on what we just said, and then you should watch that. Please try to come early next time. We have just 10 minutes more. This 50. All right. So what is the time frame to finish a client's work? It depends on what you are doing. Some work may require you to travel. I've done some jobs that have to fly from one state to the other. Yeah, so I've done some jobs that they want a picture used in that design to have distinctive, not be all picture now you go they download background. So they, you understand, especially when you are working with company, at times they want you to visit, you need to visit the factory, get their product, do some quality picture taking. You understand? Somebody is doing new products now, it's difficult for you to just go online and then do and that you won't get the best quality. That's just it. So it depends on the 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 content of the assignment given to you. That will determine when to deliver. Then two, you know your own pace. You have done a flyer. If you don't have a record of what you've done before, at least you have done some jobs, and then you know that if I have all the resources, 2 days, 3 hours, I will turn out results. So you learn over the job anyway. But be careful when you are taking big projects that you now give time that is limited. Those people won't trust you, especially when they need those things to maybe to do events and all that. So is it advisable to do the work immediately or have to think before doing it? You will learn over it too. Not everything I can tell you. Especially when it comes to character, when it comes to work and all that. Your speed of design is different from mine. So I can't tell you you will do a good flyer for one day. All I know is that we have a logo that we've worked on that spans almost 2 years. Yes, a logo. You understand? So you go for a meeting, do presentation, they tell you go back, go back. It's not all this logo of 11K that we are doing everywhere or that you people are doing. Yes, serious business logo that you don't just design a logo, you even do documents to back it up, to explain everything there. That's a logo. Not just picking something and then it does not matter. You can see GTB logo is just as simple as it is. But by the time they begin to give you the breakdown of everything in it, you'll be shocked. They have documents backing them up. So such logos they don't come easily. It takes time and you have to do documentation. How can I get access to sell Canva Pro? You can sell Canva Pro to your friends and families on your status, on Facebook, on Instagram, on WhatsApp if you do your posting. But the best way to sell is to do Facebook ads. Yes, you need to do Facebook ads. I said it in the video. Like most of you, I don't know you. Yes, I don't really know you. I don't think you know me. Yes, if you do, sir, maybe it wasn't because I messaged you directly. You saw advert somewhere, and then you click for the class. You saw what we can do and all that, and then we make offer to you, and then you paid, you join. So the same method that got you into Kran design, adopt it if you want to reach large audience. But if you want to sell to just your family and friends, maybe you just want to sell to just 10 people, and I can guarantee you in your family, maybe you are not up to 5 that are doing graphics design. Then most of your friends, are they doing this? Are they ready to do business with you? So, but when you take it with Facebook ads, Facebook will take your advertisement to people that need them, and then they message you, they pay you, and then you go. Online is the new market space. Don't be deceived. One day you wake up, you not see all your Eagle Square and all those stuff again. So, yes, everything will gradually migrate to online, especially with the way the world is becoming. Everybody just see transportation is expensive. I don't just want to waste my time, go to shopping mall, spend all day. And so, the earlier the better you wake to this reality. When I was learning graphics design, it was a game of going to somebody's shop. They will give you place to go and buy food in the afternoon. I've always said this to you guys before. So learning those days, you have to go. It's even more tedious than all this one that are in your comfort zone. Some of you are lying down, some of you are enjoying music, drinking this thing and all that, listening to me. You have to be there from morning till 6 when the guy they close. Sunday at times you go tell Namon I can't wash clothes for your house, So, but what am I trying to say? Way back, you couldn't reach many people like the way I am doing. I think the advantage is that I went to school, so I'm knowledgeable about what it is to take advantage of social media. So I can now do business with strangers. I can do business with people overseas. I'm not sure if he ever did anyone overseas, That's the archaic way of learning some years ago. You understand? So you also, if you want to sell Canva Pro, please take advantage. You want to sell to massive number of people, take advantage of the social media. So you must run ads. And I can bet you, if you do that, you get money in return. Like I said, the last meeting we had, we are putting in place somebody that can. Teaching this thing is very expensive. Yes, people that run the ads also charge very, very high. I can tell you for real. We do that every day in this academy. We spend a lot of money on advertisement, not just to bring people to class, but to get design jobs, to meet with top-notch clients. I can't see some senators on my Facebook page. They are not my friends, but there's a way I will run ads and the ads will target them. The guy will just open and say, "Oh, and that card that I want to use for our campaign, I think this guy will be able to do it with what I'm seeing." And I've had the opportunity of doing business with people that I don't know. Some don't have not even seen me. We do design, they pay, I collected my money, they went their way. We've not seen before. That's the beauty of internet. So you should also be thinking in that direction to take advantage of social media advertisement, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and then to do massive sales. We are putting up a program for you so that I can bring somebody in. For as many that will register with the fellow, because I know good ones don't charge easily, they charge very high. So if I see somebody that the price is about it, we will bring him in to either teach you how to run these Facebook ads, and as many that will register with the person, I will be paying a subsidy that Tinubu refused to give us. All right, so I'll be doing a subsidy to as many that are interested in it. Pay the person some percentage off, then you do your own payment, and then you are taught. Okay, but I don't do Facebook ads. Graphics design, there's money in it. I'm okay with it. I don't want to learn Facebook ads. All right, so thank you very much. I can see some thank you very well here. Can we edit, let's say, an ID card on Canva? Yes, you can use Canva to design anything. Canva is just a tool. I've always told you people this. The concept is what you yourself need. And beyond the concept, it's just like music. Everybody's, either you are singing reggae, you are singing blues, you are singing West country music, regardless, there are rules binding singing that all of these guys observe. Whether you are a gospel musician, whether you be Davido, whether you be who people know, whether you be Fela, there are things that must be observed in music. If you miss it, it does not matter what you are using to sing. The same thing with design. You can design, what do you call it? You can design ID cards on Canva. You can design, what do you call it? Profile of a company. You can design anything that you think on Canva. Canva even has some advantage that CorelDRAW does not have, that Photoshop does not have. No app has it all complete. You grow to a stage just that you just discover that, oh, Canva cannot do this, so let me quickly go and run it on something else. Like removal of background, CorelDRAW can't do it. As robust as CorelDRAW is, or as ancient as it is, it can't remove background easily. Put it on Canva and just press button, background don't disappear. Which one do you like? So if you design your ID cards, you design anything you want to design. The first thing is that you have the concept, go on the software, and then perform the stuff. So how can we create a wheel frame on Canva? All right, so you just need to, what do you call it now? Get frames that will work with the kind of pattern of framing that you want to do. Arrange them, put your pictures there, and you will be fine. You'll be fine. Just, I think we had a video that talked about how to put pictures in frames. You will do the arrangement, or better still, you put your picture in a circle, and then you begin to use shapes to design, the cutoff point. This is a concept. There are many ways that leads to market. If you don't train your own sense first, oh, sorry that I'm using that word, is harsh. If you don't train your own imagination in the world of design, come on, you won't do anything when it comes to design. You won't. You just have to. You can see the way you told me now. I've given you two options. Do this, do this, do this, do that. If I sit and then think over it again, I will do more. The problem that you will have in graphics design, if you skip any of the rules in the learning that we are giving you, if you skip it, 1 minute more to go. If you skip it like this, okay, you don't lose. I have told you it is never difficult to do anything in life. It's just like a baby in your house. That guy didn't go to Harvard. He didn't go to any abroad school. And yet, as complex as Hausa language can be, that you, when you get sense, when you get degree self, now, some of you know if you speak Hausa, or you can't speak Ijaw, you can't speak another. One boy that they just gave birth to sat down in that house, by observation, he started speaking. No certificate. That's how all of us grew. Tell me the school that you went to that taught you how to walk. Tell me the school that you went to that taught you how to speak. Tell me the school that you went to that taught you how to. I don't even get what I'm trying to say. You just sat down, observe. So if you miss the rule, all this, most of your how to, there's a starting point, there's the ending point. Most of us want to land at the ending point, just like that. It won't work. So go through that courses step by step. Take notes. I have notes that I write things whenever I'm going through a training. It's full of informations. Despite the fact that I've gone far in this world of graphics design, I still take notes. I still attend conferences. I still go. If I have the money, I travel out and then still attend graphics design at that level. You may not be able to do that for a start, but please don't skip method. If you skip all these things that you're asking, how do I, you may not really go far, honestly speaking. So please start with something simple and then you go on. Sir, I did a design for a church program yesterday. How do I send the design out to print? Ask the printer what format does he want, and tell him the available formats that you have on your software. Don't let one print, because some of these printers didn't go to school. Don't let one person that didn't go to school turn your head upside down. If Oyinbos are using Canva overseas and they are getting results, they are using Canva to design some of the things you are seeing your UEFA Champions League, or your FIFA World Cup, or their news. And one guy here is telling you Canva is not working. Okay? If it's not working, it should have passed. It will not even escape the border of abroad. You understand? Just like the way they first printed to you, Uber won't work. How would you sit down? They will just kidnap you and they will just give you excuses. Today is Uber not working. When ATM came to, that's how they deceive you. So ask the guy, what format does he want? These are the formats that you can print out with: PDF, PNG, what have you. Check your what have you, and then ask him, which one does he want? Any of them should work with what he wants to do. He will collect your design, the raw material, and of course still lay it over his own softwares and then do his printing anyway. All right, so that's it for that. I have practiced 2 designs from the tutorials. When am I privileged to submit? If you check the manual, you have time for submission. It's always 10 to 12 in the everyday. Yes, it's not that you can't submit at that time, but this 10 to 12 is when we give serious attention. We have people that work with us in the academy here, so these are the times that they give maximum attention to masterclass students. We also do design for people. It's not just teach that we do. We have clients that we must attend to. So that is how it works. If you have anybody that have questions that is verbal, I would like to just take that. There are many questions here that honestly we can't exhaust today. I think what we'll do is that in a month we'll just sacrifice a live class that it will just be a game of question answer, so that if we are unable to touch your questions, but most likely what we'll do is this: from questions that come from most of you during the week, we gather them, and this informs what I talk about when we first start. And I'm sure I have attended to many of the questions that were raised. Canva Pro was topping the list, and I've told you, if anything is stopping your process, is advert, go back, try the process again, and you will be able to do some magic. I believe you enjoyed this class, and if you do, just do some reactions. If that is possible, thumbs up will be fine, and we can begin to wrap up. How much can I charge for POS banner? I've told you before now. See, all your design wey you dey do, no go pass this your phone. POS banner, UK banner, all those stuff. You can do it on your phone, but for a start, in my videos, I told you, I think I advise you on how to monetize your skills. Yeah, so, and one of the major things that I first said is that for you to go far in life, you must first give before you will have. Are you getting it? You must first give out before you have. Some of these designs, you may do them for free because you are just a bit. If you put money first, you will fail. The first design I did, the major design that I did, was for someone, company profile. I was not paid a dime. Like 80 something pages or more than 100 pages. You can imagine how company profiles can be: pictures, text, all those things, arrange this, the cover and the rest. I did all those things for free. I didn't know I was training myself. Another one, the first abroad job that I was in, overseas job that I did, was just to design a flyer for a conference for a body outside the country. And before you knew it, that guy referred me to somebody else, referred me to this. Some of the jobs at first were free. So please, guys, it will not be nice of you that you see somebody that wants to do POS design and then you are charging 500k, 1 million. You know, go work. Once you get to a company that will pay you that amount, you will know. Yes, so you will know. So for a start, you can just charge the person. I always give the range of 3k to 5k is okay. Anybody that can pay that amount for this simple service for a start. But we in Kenya, we don't do 3k to 5k. Yes. We have gone and then we have name that actually backs our work up. If you don't do, we carry your load and go. So, but for you that are just starting, 3,000 to 5,000 is not a bad game. I know I've told people 10,000 before, but it's like eventually the client just left and they didn't do. So I've brought it back and say, okay, guy, you are just starting, you don't have name yet. So you can just start with free if you can offer the service free to the person that requested, or at best give them 3k to 5k. And I believe you will be fine with that. And then from there you can move on. Okay, this person said I want to learn all those technical ideas. Maybe I have to bring some of our technical guys here, So this is an academy. What may I do is just, if we have problem like the advertisement for our courses is being handled by a company, but their money is way too high. That's why I can't bring them to come and teach you Facebook ads. So people learn certain things. So, and the more you are growing in your field, you may not have time to do even things that you know how to do. All right. So the handling of the Telegram stuff, we have some expert guys that is just their own. They know how to block hackers, and they know how to set up WhatsApp in such a way that, like I normally tell some of you in the free class, you cannot attend our classes twice. You can only attend once. Before you can attend twice, but now those guys have grown to the point that if you miss to buy the course 4k, you miss to buy it when it is that cheap. Okay, you can't join any of our class again in life. Yes, so that's how they are bad. I don't know how they are doing it. Mine is just that I will tell them this is the challenge. How can we do it? And then they jump to your actions and then give us result. So I will talk to them. They can come and then teach you. I don't know how they did all those things, but you can't download, you can't screen record, you can't, because we have people in the past that have pirated our products and it's not too good. It's not too good. Yeah, people say, I bought your course, this, and that. Ask them which account did you pay to. One funny guy. Simply maybe because the guy downloaded our videos and that was it. Okay, so I think we are done for today. How can the logo documentation be done? The company will tell you have to just give interpretation. Just like the way you have Nigerian coat of arms. I think that's a perfect example. Nigeria has a coat of arms, we have flag. So all those flags, all those stores were not just taken out of out of the blues. There were meanings attached to them. Green is not just the regular green of egusi or a wedu in your house, and white is not just the Holy Spirit in his what's it called, CNS. You understand? So they give meanings to those things. So in doing logos, at times you do research about the company. Imagine a company like First Bank calls you to come and do a new logo for them. You have to go do history. So all these things will inform what you will come out with. So logo is way beyond. But first, the principle of designing logo is the same thing every. I can imagine Facebook logo. Imagine Apple. Just one Apple shape and like something just took part of it off, and that's Apple logo. And the person can give perfect interpretation, documentation, color choosing, the reason why it was that. See Toyota, see Honda. You can just imagine. They begin to give you details. It's just details that backs the representation of that logo up. That's what we call the documentation. So you must do that, and then that will be fine. I have spent extra 9 minutes holding this live class. I want to really appreciate every one of you. We are here to serve you and to give you the best in Kenya. Please go through your courses, do your assignments. If you have issues, drop your questions with the admin. I'm not always the one that will attend to you there, but the bottom line is this: those guys will do justice to attending to you and be fair enough to equally respect them. Some of you are rude talking to them. They are human beings like you, employed, and we pay salaries, so you should just be fair with them. And at times that they can also be so emotional and then they answer you wrongly. Please apology, because they are humans like you also. I tender serious apology. So don't stop being creative. Lay your hands on more things to do, and I wish you all the best. We are not going to kick you out of this academy. You'll be here until you want to leave. The goal is to impact. I want to do this for the rest of my life. Thank you so much, and we are going to call it a day. See you in the next 2 weeks. Do your practice, do your designs and all that. If you have questions, please record or note of your questions, and then we will, of course, be glad to attend to you. I love you so much. Some of you are doing well. Some of you have made money. Some of you, I can see the feedbacks on our platforms, and it is interesting that you can do this even with this difficult economy. Lives are being transformed in Kiran. All right. Thank you so much, and that will be bye for now. Somebody just said something. My ex left me for a black video. She said, I don't know what you're saying. I cried for weeks. Please don't cry. All right. So thank you very much, guys, and bye for now.